We're back with that part 2. We don't know what happened. The internet just decided to give out on us. That's something new that hasn't happened before.
Yeah, your internet's the least on me solid because the connection, but the internet here is wonky sometimes. I think it's the way the house is built. Either way, we're back.
Here.
We got a few topics today. Ali was asking when we first tried to start if what our topics were today. We're going to address the Sam Sulek drama that seems to be still talked about a lot if you follow bodybuilding or the fitness influencers. And then we're going to talk about a couple other things. We're going to talk about the alien sighting.
Yeah, and that's what I was looking up when the internet went out.
Yeah, we'll start with that.
Hopefully it's not a power issue.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Because isn't it? I think it might be raining. Is it raining right now?
Oh, it is. Well, look, we're gonna go as long as we can for this live. If we don't get at least 30 in, we'll come back and go live later.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do the best with what we got. Yeah, we've had some power outages recently, so if it drops again, we'll have to wait and retry. But yeah, let's get into this alien stuff, man. I'm
gonna check Reddit.
We had the Nevada sighting, right? That was a big national case, right? Nevada. I don't know really what happened with that, but that was the police officers that kind of they actually had something they even captured something on their body cam of a streak of light going across the sky right before the 911 call. That was the Nevada case. And then you got the mall case, right? Where they reported 10 to 15 foot tall aliens in the mall. And then now this one, the brief clip I just seen of it.
Okay, so there's this little picture that shows the activity level of UFO sightings.
Where's the most?
In the U.S. Look, it's where the little lit up parts of that.
Okay, well, what region of the U.S.? Ooh, it looks like West Virginia and Kentucky are hot spots.
Yeah.
Imagine
it looks like everybody's sighting UFOs.
I'm trying to zoom in a little. But it looks like we're real close to one. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You were zooming in on the YouTube video.
Oh, my bad. Well, either way. Pull the video up, or let's see if you could find, is there a California case? Or are we just, like I said, I listened to something this morning on the radio about a new sighting, and this guy had reported more or less seeing, something behind a tractor in his backyard. And it sounded so similar to the Nevada case, I didn't know if this was a rehash of the Nevada case or if this is a newer case. There's been quite a few this year, man, which is crazy. But I guess not technically this year. The Miami thing happened back before the new year, right?
Yeah, that was a little beforehand.
So, yeah.
I'm looking at a video right now of a sighting.
Yeah, see what you pull up, and then we'll address some of this.
This has got to be a drone or something.
Like I was telling you, the craziest thing is of some of the crazy theories that came out about Roswell as far as explanations that aren't alien, and one of the craziest ones I ever heard was more or less they believed the Russians.
Oh yeah, the Russians were experimenting.
Made a UFO. To it was psychological warfare on us.
Yeah.
And then they had these people that they I don't know what I don't want to go too far into that, but it's a crazy theory of what a way people explain that it wasn't aliens and that it was something else, or whether it was some weather balloons and the farmers got confused, the Army story says. But
man, I'm telling you, the UFO footage rabbit hole is just ridiculous.
It is. Look up California UFO sighting or something. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I was almost thinking it was a rehash, a report, a follow-up report on maybe the Nevada case, but I could be wrong. The one thing I do want to say is it's weird that people are, it used to be small gray.
I can't tell if this one's edited. There's
small gray aliens, or
there's a blue light on the screen.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm showing you the phone.
Here, I'll let you look and see if you can find anything on this.
Why would I use your phone to look for something?
I was going to show you the actual.
I was trying to have you look at a picture.
Yeah, I don't think that's real.
Yeah, I think that's just Photoshop.
Yeah, that's Photoshop. There's a lot of Photoshop like videos and
Put
stuff.
this up here. See,
no,
that just looks photoshopped right there.
The case I'm talking about, this more or less they seen some being in their backyard that was up to 10 foot. Now, and that was on RMG, that I was listening to right before we went live. But
wait, someone called Reese Witherfork is talking about what scam are you working on today?
Oh, and you always know a new one, right?
Oh, Reese. Reese done caught us.
Glad you're here, Reese. Appreciate the view.
We're out here just
making big money, right?
Yeah, if only. So I might have a couch that wasn't missing the back piece of it.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to look for a California sighting.
I've looked and it didn't
Nothing
see
new.
too much.
Like I said, we might be talking about a rehash of the Nevada case. Now, the Sam Sulek deal, I see people are still making videos on the Sam Sulek situation, which is, I get why he signed with the sponsor, because I think his logic was the social media thing could die off in a few months, and if that's the case, have somebody paying you to be making videos and do what you love and work out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think he was thinking more of long term than short term with that. I mean, there has to be an upside to that deal somewhere.
Well, I feel like just in the 1 year that Sam blew up, he's probably would have been able to make enough money, even just from YouTube itself, that he would have been able to sustain doing what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
I feel like it was more for the bodybuilding aspect.
That, and then he probably got like the sponsorship plus like a way to get paid continually, whether YouTube's up or down. The guy probably gave him like, hey, we'll do this much a year for 5 years. That covers you whether your YouTube's up or down. You know what I mean? Like, it has to have an upside to it because, from the outside looking in, nobody understands it. And that's why I think a lot of people are upset. Plus the fact that the sponsor's charging people extra. First of all, you pay $200 to meet Sam Sulek at a bodybuilding show, which no other, like you're talking Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, like guys like that, Mr. Olympias that ain't making that or charging that for meet and greets. And then, you're charging that, then you're charging another $200 for extra supplements and to cut in line. And then still a bunch of these people didn't get to meet Sam. So, like, I get where people are upset there, but, like, I don't know, man. Like, everybody's going to make something a business if they can, and can really hate on for
they were trying to make money on it. I mean, everything that you do have to get some kind of monetary
or try. Like, why do you
back
people hate on that?
But
like, the guy traveled to Europe. Like, it is a lot of time out of his life to travel to
and
Europe.
And I get how it's fucked up that he didn't get to see everyone because he left early. Like, I feel like they should work on that more than they should work on the necessary price structure, because it's not that it was bad. People are more mad that they just paid money and then didn't get to see him.
Yeah, that's the bad look of it. I don't think if it had they just stayed and done the meet and greet, then
it would have been fine.
You knew what you signed up for.
Yeah, and you knew what you paid for. You knew. I believe if someone buys it and they've thought about it and they were willing to spend their money on it.
Yeah, that's on them.
Yeah, then it's on them.
Yeah, that's on them. Now, like, people are mad because they're like, Jay Cutler didn't do it. But, it is what it is, man. It's a social media influencer world. And, more people know Sam Sulek probably than some of them guys that were Olympias. Depending on, if they're just following fitness on YouTube or if they've been into bodybuilding. But that's here or there, man. Like, them guys could charge if they want, and you really can't. Some people, like I said, don't like it. Some people do, but, like, that's all part of the game, in my opinion. So that's up to the individual. But
well, and also everyone has a different strategy.
If you're not going to give it to them,
And
so
there are many different strategies to make your way up to the top when it comes to social media.
Yeah.
And it really just it depends on how much you really want to monetize your audience.
I think the biggest problem was the way the sponsor handled it.
Yeah, the way the sponsor handled it, the fact that he wasn't there to finish the meet and greet. But they probably also feel that because Sam Sulek was so genuine, that it's just so different for him to monetize his audience the way that they're doing it.
Yeah.
And so they're not used to that.
Yeah.
And so, you know what I mean? Because with most YouTubers, they're always like, buy my merch, do this, do that. Yeah. Use this code.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Sam
saying?
never really pushed
he never pushed much of that. So now that he is pushing that type of stuff, it disconnects him from the overall.
His base, yeah. So, I mean, like I said, I still like Sam. I don't even hate on the sponsor. I think he should have handled it better. He should have been kinder to the people who paid, whether you thought they were there to troll or whatever reason you were mad at them. They paid good money to see Sam and to sit in line, and they didn't get to. So to treat him disrespectfully was just not the way to handle it as a businessman. But, yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, what else were we thinking of talking about today?
There was Greg Doucette, if he got charges of any kind.
Oh, Greg Doucette, yeah. Greg Doucette before the YouTube career, which I like Greg. I actually got a digital copy of his book recently, his cookbook.
Okay, here, just from a quick Google search, it's Greg Doucette was sentenced in Halifax, Providence Court on 3 charges under Customs Act and the Controlled Drugs and Substance Act. Doucette was also handed a 20-month conditional sentence and 1 year of probation, the agency says. He must also forfeit all materials and cash seized by officers. Damn, they took all his money.
Damn.
They called him a smuggler.
Oh, the money.
Okay, so they got him for smuggling illegal steroids. And the Canadian Powerlifting Union banned him from the sport for 2 years.
Which sucks, because
and then it was 3 years after that is when he got the smuggling charge, and they found him with $250,000 cash.
Really? Well, he had lifted since he was like 10 or something ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I like Greg a lot. Like, he's one of the few people who's had longevity in bodybuilding, which I think more people need to push that. You know, a healthier lifestyle for people if they're going to be bodybuilding, because there's no point in getting big and like having an enlarged heart. You know, like I don't get that part of it.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to exercise, you should definitely do cardio. If you're, you know, you got to have your heart strong.
He has the world record for the heaviest sumo deadlift in 1 minute.
Really?
Yeah. So he lifted a total of 20,128 pounds in 1 minute.
Wow.
So basically he was just doing the rep after 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 rep.
I gotcha. I wonder what the weight was he was using.
It doesn't say.
Yeah. It's curious. You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't know. That changes a lot of it. Cause, like,
apparently he learned here in Ohio.
Really?
He's majored in health and physical education.
Huh. I guess he was a Buckeye, maybe? Ohio State? I'm guessing. It
says the State University in Wilberforce, Ohio.
Oh, okay. That's, OU or whatever.
Yeah.
The Ohio State University. I don't know. I get them confused. But, yeah, that's cool. That's cool, man. Like, and then, you know, Sam Stoltz's
that's just
Ohio
Coach
guy.
Greg. I don't know if that's Greg Doucette.
Coach Greg. I mean, that is Coach. That's what I know. Greg. You know, Coach Greg. Greg Doucette.
Coach Greg Doucette. Okay, yeah.
Same thing.
It's just a little weird when I see that without the Doucette.
But yeah, I mean, shout out to him though. Like to be able to do the, you know, get in trouble, turn it around.
Yeah.
Do the YouTube thing. Get his own supplement company rolling. I think it's awesome. Now, somehow he was in with like a chemist or something, or like.
I mean, but if you were going to get steroids, you'd want a chemist.
Yeah, no, it was he had some, like it was legit. But yeah, he was involved in a pretty big operation, and like I think it's cool, man. Anybody can turn their life around. I think he should share more about it. You know, I know a lot of people talk about it, trying to shame him, but like, Greg's never steered away from it. He's addressed it. He's open about his stack and all that, and yeah, man, I don't know, like, kind of crazy.
Yeah. Let's see if any other YouTubers have been charged with anything. Was that doctor guy?
The doctor. Which doctor are we talking about?
The jacked one.
Oh, Mike. I don't think Dr. Mike's ever been charged with anything. I like Dr. Mike. Say it ain't so, Dr. Mike, is your tail? But, yeah, like, I like, he says a lot of good knowledge, too, and what's cool, I like about Dr. Mike is, some of his other videos that he made back in the day, he's one that'll admit if he thinks he made a mistake, like, his opinion evolves with his knowledge, and I like that.
Well, there's a Dr. Mike who is not jacked, who just does YouTube boxing, and then there's
Dr. Mike Israel or whatever.
Yeah.
Renaissance Purization. Shout out. He blew up on YouTube, man. He blew up on YouTube with his channel, and he's got a son who's an IFBB pro. That's on his channel some, and I like a lot of what they talk about, man, because they talk about trying to maximize your lifting, and instead of keeping control on your eccentrics and
It does. I don't think he's got any charges against him, so he's got a clean record.
Yep, Dr. Mike's all good, and I think Greg's all good, man. I like his cookbook. Everything what he says.
Well, you can't judge him based on what he was doing before he got big.
Yeah, he was pretty big, like I said. That's what's crazy. He was competing in powerlifting and bodybuilding and doing all that. Which we know what's part of that, and I don't know. It's just crazy. Like the guy, he turned it around though, man. That's what's cool is he came out, did the social media thing, and he's probably making more money. I wonder I'd like to know.
He's probably making
making more money now than he was when he was hustling. He seems to have done well for himself, so you can't hate on that. And, he's got a booming channel,
making decent money.
Yeah, you got to respect that. Anybody who makes away for himself, got to tip your hat. But I'm trying to think. When you mentioned other YouTubers with charges, now.
There's that Neon kid who got in trouble for.
Did he get in trouble?
Well, I don't think he got charged, but he got in trouble for threatening to assault that one kid.
Yeah. Well, what about Jack Doherty's giant security guard? He ended up blasting a lawyer. He just punched the hell out of somebody in a crowd, and the guy ended up being a lawyer. So it's probably not going to be a good thing. Or it's going to be a big settlement. You know what I mean? I'm guessing it'll be a big settlement for the lawyer. But you could look that up if you want. I heard a lot about that when I did get on YouTube last week. Man, it's kind of been slow, man. As far as kind of keep up on current events with YouTube and stuff, because
he's been sued a few times over assault.
Who, Jack Doherty?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet, dude. Well, he harasses people, and then he runs behind a security guard. So it's not too cool.
Okay, so I see. So I think the security guard was stepping out of bounds.
Yeah.
From what I understand, they're going to have to play it like that if, that'd be the way, if you're trying to.
He was stepping out of bounds. What do you mean?
No, I feel like they're going to say that he was, so that way it's not Jack that's liable, it's his bodyguard.
Yeah. We'll see. Well,
it depends on what state it happened in, if it was on
Jack
private
is
property,
definitely the cause
public
of
property.
it, normally, because, the way he handles himself, and then, you have to have these security guards because you do whatever you do to need security guards,
Yeah.
'Cause, he's famous, but Jack Doherty normally uses security guards to be able to go out, do prank videos, harass people, and then...
Yeah, I do think that's crazy that, you just go around harassing people.
Yeah, and then you got a 300-pound security guard to protect you. That's kind of crazy and dick, but...
yeah. I get why... I get the why, but I also just think that's a real shitty way to do it. Like, if I'm out in public and I'm just chilling around with, like, whoever I'm with at the time, and I'm having a good time, and then you and your fucking bodyguard come rolling up to fucking do some prank video on me, like, I'm gonna be quite pissed.
Yeah, it's not too cool.
And I mean, like, I don't know what kind of prank it would be or whatever, but I just would not be interested. I'm not one to really be interested in a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, being pranked or jokes.
Yeah. I don't even really like jokes very much. Like, I like good humor, but like, I don't like it when, if people are just walking up out of nowhere, you don't even know them, and then they're just acting obnoxious.
Yeah, you don't need that, man.
Because, I mean, we live in a world where a lot of people just haven't been, like, punched enough, I guess. I don't know. People haven't been fucking hitting their mouth.
Give everybody common respect. Like,
you shouldn't bother people throughout their day. I mean, I get that there's an entire YouTube industry built on pranking people, and I get the need for doing it for your livelihood.
Well, I mean, I know,
but it also depends on what kind of prank you're doing, because it's like if you're just trying to go bigger, more extreme, better every single time, eventually you're gonna cross a line. Like there was these pranksters who got shot in a store. They were pranking this dude, and the dude shot him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right through the chest.
Yeah,
and he lived, but they ruled in favor of the guy who was gonna get pranked.
Yeah.
Because, you don't know.
Yeah.
When you got two dudes with a camera in front of your face, like, and they're being crazy on you.
Yeah. Well, there's one guy, like, I seen a video where somebody, like, had a gas can full of water and, like, throws on somebody's truck, and, like, he almost got shot, too. Like, because, of course, the guy thinks it's gas, and he's not playing around, so he gets his piece out of the truck and is like, hey,
It's like, get away.
Yeah, so...
When gas is so bad for paint too, like that just ruins the paint. So like, even if he didn't light it on fire, like just thinking like, oh man, my paint's messed up now. Some dude just messed all the paint up on my truck.
Yeah, so
especially trucks that are like 60 to 80 grand when you're
a lot of trucks nowadays.
Yeah, and you're talking like that's a portion of a house, and someone's just going up there and just pouring gas on it, or you think it's gas.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because that's the thing about any good prank is it relies on the person getting pranked to think as if it was real.
Yeah.
And so it's like, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy, but
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, figure we get on here at least it stayed up so far this time,
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's like my headphones fell and it just disconnected.
I know, that's crazy.
And like what's weird is
I didn't see a power glitch or nothing,
What's weird is my headphones are in no way close enough to the Ethernet for it to even make sense as to why it did that.
Yeah. But how many we got in here?
We got Henry in here.
What's up, Henry?
Or Harry, not Henry.
Appreciate everyone who's in here viewing.
It's Harry. And he said he's asking if we're talking about the Jack Kid. Yeah, we are. And
Jack Doherty, yeah.
He says prank calls are funny. He doesn't care what anyone says. A prank call isn't near as like bad as like if someone walks up to you on the street though and you don't know it's a prank and you're just out there, say you're with your significant other and you're just walking down the street, say you're about to go into a store or a restaurant, and then they come in and they hypothetically play a prank on you where it's like two giant dudes are acting like they're gonna beat you up or something, and then they press you in front of your significant other or whatever's going on, like.
Don't be surprised if somebody goes crazy. Or
if someone pulls a fucking piece out, if someone pulls their knife out, or someone tries to swing, or someone you don't know what people are gonna do when you put them in those situations.
Yeah.
That's what makes it funny, because you don't know.
But
at the same time, there's a level of risk there because you don't know if you just rolled up on some ex-Navy SEAL who's just waiting for somebody to test his luck. He's been waiting to get back in the action for 20 years.
Yeah, you definitely don't know.
Like, you have no idea.
Yeah. So
you don't know if you're about to roll up on Jocko and he's checking his blind spots and you're about to get shot 26 times in the chest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just definitely not a smart thing to do. And the whole thing was, the funniest part is that it was a lawyer.
Yeah,
so they're really it's just not going to be good for
How
them.
recent was that?
It's really recent, man. I heard about it a lot this week, I think. Yeah, you should be able to pull it up on Google pretty easy. Yeah.
Because I seen the part where I'm just gonna look up a summary.
Look up summary real quick. Oh my bad.
Okay, yeah, this one is from 2/21/2024 is when they put this up. Okay, so they're being sued by a man who's claiming that him and his bodyguard beat the guy up. Suing the YouTuber and bodyguard Kane Nog. I'm not gonna say the guy's name in case it the guy suing, because I don't know what's going on with that. For an incident that was caught on video, and I guess Kane punched him square in the face. The dude's lip is not near as busted up as you think it would be if you got punched really hard in the face. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, that still looks like you got hit, but
yeah. I mean, dude was huge. Yeah, it definitely seems like it would have been worse, but
well, the dude's bodyguard's massive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The guy was huge, probably 300-pound guy, punched him in the face, man. So.
But yeah, he's being sued for assault, battery, negligence, emotional distress, and seeking unspecified damages. So he's gonna get some money out of it. I mean, I get it though. If you go to one of those YouTube parties, you get invited, and then you get knocked out, and you weren't expecting it, you should probably get some kind of reparations of some sort.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it should be some ridiculous number, but I'm also saying that it would set a precedent that, for YouTubers, that they shouldn't press their luck in those type of situations just because they have the audience.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man.
Because, I mean, one day we're going to be big YouTubers and we're going to be out there, and shit, I don't plan on having a bodyguard beat someone up.
Yeah, no.
I prefer to be capable myself.
Yeah. You shouldn't be
and you shouldn't just be beating people up. You're supposed to be respectful. You're supposed to be a normal person.
I'm confident I would not have the problems Jack Doherty has.
Yeah,
in life,
I'll tell you what. I don't think I'm gonna have that either.
Yeah,
I mean, we're in the gym every day. I don't think he goes to the gym.
No, I don't know what he does, but he's just very arrogant, very cocky, and very.
But it's hard, when you get that kind of fame and you're that young.
When his family's rich too.
Yeah, and you come from money. It's a little more difficult for you to grasp a lot of the different nuances of just life.
Yeah.
It's almost a curse to be born with a lot of money, even though you have it so easy. Because you just haven't gone through the clawing your way up from the bottom.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though,
being a dick because you have money is not cool. That's
you
for
can
sure.
you can have money and not be an asshole.
Yeah, but I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about before we?
Well, we still got about 10 minutes before we gotta.
I'll sit for 10.
Roll up.
I just gotta give myself a little bit of time between.
Yeah.
Things.
I'm trying to think about what else we can talk about.
Yeah. Any other good topics? I mean, there's just I've not been on YouTube like I was.
Yeah, I haven't. I've been watching the new Fallout show on Prime. That one's great. It's an amazing show. I don't know if any of you guys play Fallout 4, but a lot of my audience loves Fallout 4 because I did a lot of videos on it for a while.
You got to check out the last season, the Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. That's what
I haven't even gotten
anybody who's
past season 9 or 10 on.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's cool if you've seen Rick leave and then to see the end. It's really cool. Man.
Yeah, but I was saying about the Fallout show, is if you've played the game, you're gonna recognize everything from the show, and I think it's honestly gonna make me go back and play some more modded Fallout because I've just kind of wanted an excuse to play it again. But they just did the next gen update for Fallout 4 for PC, and it broke almost every single mod that was out there. And any of you guys who play video games out there, that sucks. If you just say you had a mod pack that you had 1,000+ hours playing, and then the game got updated, and then now, oh well, all 1,000 hours of that's you can't go back and play in it anymore. You have to restart from scratch with a whole different one. It's not a very good time.
Yeah. Don't sound like a good time.
Not at all.
Sounds about like waiting on a video to upload and then your computer crashing.
Yeah, that's why we don't pre-record these podcasts, because on my Google it just restarts, and right now, since I pay for Streamlabs OBS, we just stream from it, and it works right now. But once we get to a certain size of podcast, we're gonna have to start pre-recording because it's just gonna make more sense.
Yeah, especially with wanting to add certain effects and clips or different things.
Well, and we could record, say,
you could know
2 podcasts in a day if we weren't gonna have a guest.
Well, if you're gonna use clips, you can run it ahead of time unlisted, so you can see if it's a copyright strike.
Yeah,
or, you know what I mean? You could do
like
checks and balances.
Once we're fully monetized, it's gonna make more sense.
Yeah. So for now, it's cool. It works, man. It's what we got, and we're staying consistent.
I mean, Joe Rogan did live all the way up until their 500th episode or something. We're fine.
We're number 10. That's cool, man. Like, we're making headway. That's what matters.
Just think about once we're at episode 100, and then episode 1,000.
No.
I mean, the difference is just going to be significant.
No, for sure.
Hopefully by episode 1,000, we're in a nicer place.
Well, hopefully we'll get more of a studio set up. We got everything we need, just getting it together. And
when it don't look bad now, we've actually got it pretty clean, comparatively speaking.
Requires some different things for the mics.
Well, if we had those lavalier mics where we could just plug it into the computer, then we could just talk like this, and we could just kind of animate, and we could move around if we wanted to, because we have this whole room. So we could be on the couch talking. We could be walking around. You know what I mean? Like, make it look more lively.
Yeah.
Because right now we're stuck right here, and there's still so much behind us and around us. Like, it would be nice to be able to utilize the room a little more.
Yeah. I think we need to get an actual studio set up. Because we got the space right now, and we got the stuff for it.
Well, and the issue over there is we got water coming up.
Oh, yeah.
On the floor over there, and, like...
do some checking after this, actually.
Yeah, we got to get that all squared away.
Yeah.
But at the very least, we got to get it vacuumed up within today or tomorrow. It's not like one day is going to make the hugest difference with what's there, because it's not against any of the walls. It's just on the tile.
Yeah.
But it's like when it rains, I think it has something to do with all the those leaves.
Yeah, we'll check.
Ooh, that might call. Okay, well, we're going to have to fix that. Yeah. That might be some flooding.
Yeah, we don't need
we don't clean those leaves out.
Yeah. We'll look at it. But yeah, at least we got number 10 in the books. We might try to do another live this weekend if we get the time. But yeah, we're grinding at it. That's all that matters.
Oh yeah, we've been still doing our 2 a week, as always. Making sure things work.
Shout out to everybody in the chat for whatever reason you're watching. All right.
Let me see.
I got about 30 minutes before your sister gets home, so.
Well, we're only at 33 minutes, so we need to at least make it to 35.
All right, that works.
Yeah.
Well,
we're gonna cut this out at the 35-minute mark just because my little sister's gonna be home.
We got a little bit of a late start on. We started earlier.
Well, this is way earlier than what we would normally do, but right now I'm going through sort of another transition.
We got it in while we could. So
yeah. So we just had to.
Makes it easier when the house is a little more empty.
Yeah. And I mean job transition. You guys don't have to worry.
No reassignments here, huh? But yeah, man, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just glad we're staying with it. We're gonna be, grinding away at it, man. So yeah, we got number 10 down. Next week we'll try to get some different topics. I know we've been talking about. I mean, there's really not a whole lot new, man. Like as far as fights, like.
Yeah, when I was looking on there, I didn't see too much.
Well, I don't want you, Google. Not right now. But yeah, there's not a whole lot new as far as fights. Like, other than McGregor's talking about possibly coming back.
We've just been in the gym every day doing our thing.
Yeah.
We've been working out, hitting it hard. We were in the gym just earlier today.
Yeah.
The pumps are pretty good. I mean, I ate like 2.5 pounds of hamburger, a giant potato, and like a bunch of broccoli.
Heck yeah.
I ate so much food. Like, it's so weird. Like, I'll eat meals that like used to be impossible. Like I would think would be impossible for me to eat, and it's like I just eat them. They're normal. Like I'm not even all the way full.
No.
Like literally, a pound of hamburger, 1 potato, and some broccoli used to be the max that I could eat. Now I'm at like I can eat 2.5 pounds of hamburger, a potato, and a bunch of broccoli, all in just one plate, and it's fine.
Yeah. Well, you tried to get all yours like pretty much all at once.
Yeah,
almost.
I do just one really big meal usually, and like I'll do like a breakfast of protein where I'll get a protein shake of like 100 grams, and so it equals out because 2.5 pounds of hamburger equals out to about 120.
Yeah.
Or no, it's more 714. It's more like 160.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's way more than.
Yeah.
That's way more than enough protein for you.
Yeah. So, like, I'm doing all right protein-wise. I need to up my cardio. Cardio's the next big thing we need to work on because we're both trying to cut down.
Yeah, cardio and your diet is the main thing for cutting.
Yeah.
So, but I guess we'll
yeah, we're going to have to call it.
Wrap it up. We got to check on some water and do a few things before the munchkin gets in. But
yeah.
number 10's in the books. Y'all have a blessed one.
You guys, thank you for watching. We'll be back on Tuesday. And then we'll be back on the Thursday after that. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we're always going to be on. You guys have a wonderful one.